Welcome back, boys. We got another one. Let's go. How you doing, guys? Always post these videos in the morning, although that's morning UK time. So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever it is across the world you're watching. Got another one for you. Got a big one, Shiki, aka Piro, I believe. This guy, Shiki, been playing a lot of Spain recently. He's been doing that 99 Vil stuff with Spain, the two Haciendas, and then revolting. Been playing a lot of Japan as well. So I think this guy is this the guy that started the 300? I think it's Shiki that started off with the 300 food build. Yeah, I think this is Shiki. Sometimes names have changed and stuff like that, but I'm pretty sure this is the innovator of the 300 food build. So he's going to be going up against the mighty Kynesie. I admit it, all right? Any excuse to watch a Kynesie game, okay? There you go, I had it. I'm a little bit biased, all right? I like watching Kynesie. He's fun to watch, all right? TP going down for Japan. So I think, yeah, leaving that goal behind as well, because that would be far too many villager seconds to pick up. He wants to get up to age 2 as quickly as possible. Not going for 300 food, though. Instead, opting for 3 fishing boats. Interesting. I was expecting to see the 300 food there. He does have it in his deck, but because he's on a water map, he's probably going to be fine going for the 3 fishing boats. Okay. We'll see how that impacts his age up time. Because if you have a look here, by the time this comes in, how much food would he be on? He's deciding to go for a shrine instead. So, looks like that was never part of the plan to do the 300 food. Looks like he's going to play very standard. So, no insane meta build stuff going on right now. He's playing it very safe. Maybe he saw a wood treasure. Or maybe he saw something where he thought, oh, maybe I'll decide. 45 wood. You know, maybe that was his decision. After seeing wood, he could get a shrine on top of this. He might as well play a bit more standard. But okay. Gonna be picking up what we got here. 15 food. Gonna be killing that wild boar. Just searching around the map, roaming around the map. Got a nice treasure here. 2 of these marauding Cossacks for 90 coin. Looks like we're gonna see a 15 village up here. He's got his 3 boats on water. Got the 1 shrine, and he's got his TP. I imagine we'll see Torii gates. That's what we've been seeing a lot of recently, but because he's not going for the fast 300 food build, maybe we won't see Torii gates. Maybe we'll see the Teshogu shrine. Let's have a quick look before we do. Wow, he's shipping in 3 fishing boats again. And Teshogu's shrine is the option he's going up with, so going for the eco. And wow, it looks like he's deciding to go for that extra for 3 fishing boats because he's obviously got that TP. So when he ages up, maybe he's going to be hoping that he'll have an extra shipment, which I think he will. So I'm going to have a look at this deck real quick. Does have good faith agreements. Interesting. Seen A's use that a bit recently. Not sure I'm a big fan of that, though. Other than that, nothing too out of the ordinary. We'll keep an eye out, though. Kynesie, on the other hand, going up with a 15 village up. And are we going to see the messenger? We are. And this is such a common theme with the last 2 or 3 Kynesie games that I've posted as well. He likes doing this. He likes, you know, whether it's a TP map, whether it's just playing against Spain, which we saw versus Aztec, he likes to age it fast. And he ages it fast, and the benefit of that, and going with open it with a TP, is he gets those age 2 shipments so much quicker. And it just has that tempo effect. And so he's going with the 700 wood, 600 wood. We've seen this before. We saw this before on, I can't remember the name of the map, but it was a very TP heavy map. So going for that build. Looks like he's going to want to go for the TPs again. I doubt it's going to be for the water. I wonder if Kynesie sees that. He doesn't. I'm not sure if the line of sight of that would actually see. But it does look like he's going to be building a dock here. He does build a dock. Wow, interesting. He doesn't see anything on water. He does actually here. Look, right here, he sees a little bit of damage to this fish herd here. Yeah, maybe that's the reason why. Maybe he just sees the deck. I know we both. Kynesie is very much proficient Japanese player. You know, he likes playing Japan, so he knows the ins and outs of that civilization. Yeah, there we go. Gonna be going for some canoes, and that's unfortunate for Shiki. That's really unfortunate for Shiki. because he's invested 2 shipments into these 6 boats now. So that is super unfortunate for him. Look at this age 1 mass he's got. He's basically got an army here. It's 5 minutes 15. And look, he's going to be picking up 90 coin there as well. Really, really nice. So what else is he going to be using that wood for? Only has the 1 warrior priest this time round. Going up with a war hut. He's going to be building lots of canoes, actually. Wow, lots of canoes. Going very heavy on the canoes. I'm not sure he needs to invest that much on the canoes. These guys can fish as well at the same time, though. So maybe that's his reasoning. So really strong start for Kynesie there, destroying those 2 age 1 shipments really early. Going with 5 vills now as well. That's a favourite of Kynesie. Always adding in those eco options that he has. Always adding in the villagers or the warrior priests or whatever it is, the market tech. Doesn't have any market techs just yet, but I imagine he'll be adding hunting dogs and placing mines very shortly. Another house going down. Lots of wood. Chopping lots of wood as well. Just loads of them on wood. And he's going super heavy onto the water here. So it looks like this is his game plan. Just to go lots of water. And Kynesie's a greedy player. A very greedy player. This is his style. So showing us the power right now of the Aztec water boom. And as I said, that these guys, these canoes, can fish for water, but it's very slow. Look, 0.22. Still a boat alive for Japan. Wow, picking up a villager there with Ashigari is very nice. Tried to run the villager towards a boat. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough. Picking up treasures behind his base now. Look at this guy, 120. 18 hand attack with 2 range effect, area effect. Like, imagine just getting that, wellying that onto an army. Very, very nice. So yeah, big boat boom coming up right now. Gill nets coming in, fishing boats coming in. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Definitely got that advantage he had over that Shiki, just destroying those 6 boats. Well, 5 boats, because one's still alive, just about. Really, really unfortunate for Shiki. Because usually as Japan, we'll have a look now, usually as Japan, you can get away with just shipping 3 boats, you know, and it's very difficult for a European civ, for example, to deal with, because they have to invest in a dock and make caravel, which is expensive. But like we saw here, a dock, and bang, these canoes cost, what, 100 wood? 100 wood. Easy as pie. Easy as pie. For 300 wood, you can destroy those 2 early age 1 shipments from Shiki. Going up with 2 Foons himself, so I'm not sure I like that. Well, I mean, it's fine if he can get a dock down himself as well. If he wants to contest the water, that's absolutely fine. And he'll probably do a good job, but Kynesie will instantly react to that, definitely. Okay, he has gone the Portuguese consulate right now. He's making a few Naginatas, making a few Ashigarus, so going for like this Husk type build. Kynesie does have a couple of war huts down. Making some units, making some Atontons. Tontins, should I say? Tontin. 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 Okay, so timing these 2 Foons with this kind of military mass, I like this, and it's always good to attack the docks with your land military units whilst having the boat support there, and it just makes it really difficult for the opponent to kind of have any counter to it, really. We've got a big fight going on here. And look at this marauding Cossack. Look how much damage it's doing. There's 2 area fellows laying these crossbows down. And that is so unfortunate. Where's your heroes? You need to stun that. It does go down, and hero up as well. He is going to win this fight, Shiki, but only just. And Kynesie making really good use of his just of everything. You know, now spamming some warriors in there as well. Making really good use of those age 1 treasure guardians that he's converted. Really, really nice play there. And I feel like Shiki lost too many units there. Did not need to lose that many units. Kynesie is down in score. He does manage to take down 1 Foon. 1 Foon's still alive on about half HP. Maybe a bit more. These canoes aren't going to do too much damage. 16 range damage, but quite slow attack too. Ooh, Foon should be able to take care of that. It does. Boom. And Kynesie needs to hold on to the water here. If he can't hold on to the water... Interesting. So, Kynesie has gone... He has shipped what? Yeah, so he's got 4, so he has shipped the 3 warrior priests. So it does take them quite a while to ship a warrior priest at 5.3 seconds with 4 of them on there. Does look like maybe a villager's on there as well. Yeah. Yeah, both the docks getting taken down, and that's going to leave him wide open. Wow, trying to sneak in the dock down here, but that is going to leave this spoon down. No, but as I say that, he ships in 3 Sea Kings, or privateers. We've got the Unsinkable 2, we've got the Sea King, and we've got the Heart of Gold. They are pirate names. Argy matey, the Unsinkable 2's here. I do love the troll of the name Unsinkable 2, because what happened to Unsinkable 1? Oh, the devs. The devs coming in with a joke there. Very clever devs. Okay, so I feel like Shiki should have done this earlier. He should have got a dock down earlier. This castle should be around here as well, or even around here. So, going to be kind of caught out a little bit there. And yeah, going to be attacking this castle before it gets built, which is unfortunate. There's a big fight going down here, which I am missing. Definitely has the superior mass, but look at this, Kynesie. Look at this. Look at these walls by Kynesie. So tight and defensive here. This is going to be protecting this community plaza. That's exactly what he wants to do. Protect this community plaza and just allow this community plaza to spam as much warrior priests as he wants from it. Now going to be going back onto warrior priests. Interesting. So yeah, going to be spamming lots of... Yeah, now in comes all the... So it looks like he's a little bit worried about defense. You know, he's getting beat here, so it looks like he wants to get all of those warrior priests as quickly as possible. Okay, moving them on now. Interesting. But once every 53 seconds now. So yeah, with just that many warrior priests, it does take a long time. So you need to sacrifice a lot of village seconds to really make that worthwhile, getting all these warrior priests. Okay, another one comes back, and that's going to impact it by about 10 seconds. So very nice. So that castle does go down, so does the dock, so Heart of Gold there protecting the coast. Got Sea King protecting the middle side of the coast here, just so Shiki can't do anything too sneaky. Look, he's got all of the line of sight he needs just on the coastline to make sure that Shiki can't do any kind of shenanigans with docks or anything like that. Shiki is up as well for H3, so this is not looking too good for Kynesie, even though he's up in score. I'm not really sure how, because he's lost. I mean, he has the water back. I guess that's probably why. Coming in with the raid from the backside. Does have a nice, very nicely placed war hut there to protect, or using it essentially as an outpost. Kynesie is now going up with the Elder. Resources looking good. Income rate looking pretty good. But have a look at Shiki. Ah, and that could be the problem right there. You know, he's down on score. He's only on, what, 11? 10 shrines. Obviously, you got the TC Temple and the Toshogu shrine on top of that as well. So yeah, not really doing too good on shrines. Definitely wants to get that shrine mass up, because that's the main part of their eco. He's on 42 vils, whilst Kynesie is on 54 plus shrines. You know, it's looking pretty good for Kynesie right now, eco wise. Shiki is up in H3. That's the big kicker here. Did we make this flaming arrows? What is Kynesie aging up with? I think it was the Elder. I think it was the Elder. Nah, he is spamming again every 3.3 seconds now. That these 7 warrior priests are going to be spamming one. So just distracting. Doing as much damage as possible. Yeah, there you go, the noble hut. Not sure what he's going to make first with them. He needs arrow knights in there at some point. Yeah, he needs the tauntings as well. I kid you not when I say I've been calling them a tauntons. The entirety of D, I've been calling them a tauntons. I've only now just discovered that it's a tauntin. Hey, you learn something new every day, right? I'm going to call them a tauntons because it sounds better. Again, desperately trying to do everything possible Just spamming these warriors as best as he can. And they chip away, you know, like I've said before, 20 ranged attack. You know, it's not nothing. They do chip away here, and it's just about doing anything possible. Now got Villager. Wow, he's increasing his military production rate just to get these Arrow Knights out as quickly as possible. And if you need units out quickly, that's a really good place to put your community plaza tech on. Yeah, look, he needs to deal with these Flaming Arrows, but Flaming Arrows have good range, so they're going to do quite well versus Arrow Knights. He does have elite Tauntins now. Yeah, more warrior priest spamming. And look at this, it's really difficult for him to dive in here. Kynesie's protected this community plaza so well. But Kynesie does still have the water, and Shiki knows this, so he feels like he's on a timer here. Kynesie's an H3 as well. He knows this. Oh, and losing a lot of pikemen there. That was a really nice shot from the Flaming Arrows. And there's about 6 Flaming Arrows there. These Arrow Knights have 30 range. Flaming Arrows have 28, so they only have 2 less range. Again, look, being distracted by these warriors whilst the Arrow Knights and Tauntins do some damage. He's going to decide to back up, though. Because these Arrow Knights don't really do too much damage other, you know, outside of the Flaming Arrows. There's not, you know, 11 damage. It's not really that much. I mean, they do have 30 range. They can snipe these Ashigaris from range. But that's what he's got the Tauntins for. They are the damage dealers. Boom. And nice big batch of ragdolls going on there, but they were only warriors. Low HP. And he's going to be happy with that. You know, these warriors, like I said, but they're free. They're essentially free, and they're spammable. They're infinitely spammable. So wasting the flaming arrows on the warriors he's going to be happy with that. You know, Kynesie's going to be well happy with that. Look, bang, wasting a shot off on these like 2 HP units that were there. You know, now they're what, 60 HP, 50 HP. Arrow Knights microing them out. He needs to be able to deal with these Arrow Knights. If he can't deal with these Arrow Knights, then the Ashigaris are just going to get melted by the Tauntins. But Kynesie's playing chess here, and he's got him in check. He's got him in check. Can Shiki get out of this check? It's not checkmate yet, but he has got him in check. Okay, he's bringing in the rooks. He's bringing in the bishops. They are going to be the Naginatas, but is it going to be enough? There is literally like 0 anti-cav here, so Naginatas is definitely the play here. But like I always say, you know, who needs anti-cav when you've got pillarless walls and gates, eh? These walls are going to allow him to retreat very safely there. Okay, Arrow Knights are going to get taken down, but like some good micro will take them down very efficiently, but still a few of them left. Again, warriors, constant warrior spam right now. Look, just constant warrior spam. He's so good. Because you have to kill him, otherwise they'll chip away at these flaming arrows. So infuriating to deal with. Still plenty of water. They're chipping away at it. Very nice. These pirateers still getting some usage out of them. TC up here. That was going to deter some of the water down here. The ships at the very least. See it. Hateville's now coming in. Okay, Kynesie on 56 vills. While she's on 65 now. So this whole time they've been fighting. Wow, taking down a privateer there as well. Very nice. The whole time they've been fighting, you know, Kynesie's been forced to just go on the major defense, turtle himself really tightly in. And great defensive play. And he's been spamming warriors non-stop. And although that's been able to hold back the push from Shiki, it has meant that Shiki's just been booming behind it. You know, he's just been making shrines behind all of this, whilst Kynesie's been focusing on all of that defense. And he can't really make more boats. It's not really a strong option because, you know, the fish is going to run out soon. So making boats at this stage would just be a waste, because by the time he makes it, he's not going to get the resource value out of it, because the food's going to all kind of wilt away. But look at this. Look at these defensive walls. And this is, again, this is such a crazy thing about pillarless walls, how you can use them offensively. Like, it's insane. You know, and Kynesie taking full advantage of that, using these pillarless walls, using the gates, using the Arrow Knight's range, just to creep up on the forward base here from Shiki. And by putting these walls in place, it's a very defense but offensive strategy as well. Because if Shiki tries to push there, he just run behind his gates again. So it's like a mixture of defense and offense, and it's just such a great strategy. And this is what I talk about all the time, about how OP pillarless walls are. They are just so good. Devs, if you're listening now, pillarless walls, please. I'm going to get a lot of hate mail for that. Way of the Bow coming in, so it looks like he's going to switch it up. Wants to start making some Yumi. A couple more shrines going down. Shrine count's looking a bit stronger, but he's on 72 vils. Wow. He's got some rice paddies down, so he's got some infrastructure already. He's on the Golden Pavilion, of course, and that's going to strengthen his units. And Kynesie will eventually run out of these natural resources. Just still have a couple of mines left, but they're about halfway through. Still got some hunts. Got a couple of berries left, but it's running out. It is running out. So map control, full advantage for Shiki. Kynesie doesn't really have too much water map control either, because this TC is kind of defending anything that tries to come on here. I think it would be good to get another TC or some castles on the map here, just in case Kynesie tries anything too clever. You know, like dropping off a load of units onto the shoreline. Town centre trying to get built there by Kynesie. It's going to get seen by Shiki. It looks like it's go time. But there's so many of these Eagle Runner Knights, that's going to deny the Naginatas. They're such a good unit. Lots of musks. Starting to add in some Yumis now. He's got a decent mass of them as well. Look, it's 20 range and 24 hand attack. And I definitely think Yumi is the way to go here, because there isn't a strong counter to the Yumi. There's no Coyote runners. And I think with the Musketeers and the Naginatas and the Flaming Arrows behind this, Yumi is definitely the way to go here. Anybody's game right now, and look at this, but the micro advantage for Kynesie. Look how horizontal all of this mass is. It's just so perfect. Like, the more horizontal your mass is, the more units can all fire at the same time from different angles. While Shiki was very much in a choke point there with all of his units on top of each other, so they couldn't get a good spread, so they'd be overkilling everything like crazy. But that's exactly why he's backed off here and tried to get more of that horizontal mass. Very, very nice. Look at these Yumis right now. These Yumis so good. So much damage. Wow, even some Warrior Priests getting involved now. And that looks like a mistake, but the Warrior Priest getting stuck in. That's not what you want the Warrior Priest to be doing. They do tank a lot of HP, though. And again, just so many cheap units. We've basically got really good Strelets here. We've got Eagle Runner Knights, which are really good. Just a really good all-round unit. An anti-cav unit that does really well versus skirmishers and musketeers. Basically, the only counter to these things are artillery, really. I mean, skirmishers are a soft counter. But artillery is really the only thing. But you pair them up with some Arrow Knights, it's going to be absolutely fine. Hunky-dory. And look at this coin coming in from Shiki here. Looks like he needs to put his shrines on something other than coin. Score's so tight as well. What a game we found here. Well, I can't actually believe this is actually such a close game. Feels very much like a vanilla kind of EP playing here. You know, classic Japan versus Aztec. Aztec's supposed to be somewhat of a good counter as well to Japan. Kind of always been a thing, but that tends to be when you rush. And obviously Kynesie didn't rush here. Kynesie not known for his rushing. So, much relying on his eco ability. There comes the Shogunate. So we're going to see the H4 coming in for Shiki. He does finally have full shrine mass, but he needs to get that military mass up. 75 vils. Believe that is the maximum it is for villager. I couldn't remember if it was 80 or 75, but 75 is the max vils. So he's basically his ecos is as max as it's going to be right now. He will obviously will be able to get this upgrade here, which turns his shrines into overdrive. Look at 300%. Insane. What a great, like, for 1500 resource, that is insane. But once that comes in, yeah, he's going to be pretty much max eco. But that's essentially their way of having factories, right? That's how they have factories. So, scores neck and neck, though. Let's have a look at Kynesie. What is Kynesie doing? He's not aging up to age 4. He's also got quite a lot of gold here. He's on 75 vils as well. Obviously, this is Aztec, so they can get to 99. A lot of these are boats, though, as well. And the fish is just about to run out. He's going to be able to have 8 in total left with 4 in each gold whale. But yeah, he's going to have to delete these boats now. So that's going to be a big blow to his eco. And it looks like he's trying to get to age 4 as well. So such unfortunate timing there, running out of the food. Although, oh, there's just a little bit of food left over here. Didn't quite see that. Oh, there's still a little bit of food, actually. But it is dwindling. It is dwindling. Masamune over here. Age 4 is in for Shiki, and look at all of his units. Look how much this Daimo is buffing them. Absolutely insane. 33 ranged attack. Great feast coming in. Kynesi's trying. He's got the age up. He's got enough for the age up. He's max. Look at this. He's max population. And this is perfect time to push in for Shiki. Because he wants to push and do so much damage. He wants to deny that age up. And Kynesie can't do anything right now. He really... The best case scenario for him, he's aging up. He needs to upgrade his units before he wants to push in here. He needs to upgrade his units. There's so many units here which would be so worthwhile getting their veterancy, getting their elite version of them, their guard version. And Shiki's obviously going to want to try to deny that. Oh, look at this. He's going in with the flank. Even though he's aging up, he's going to try and push it in. He's going for it, but is this going to be the right thing here? Yeah, nice pull trick. Bringing the musketeers to the front there. Absolutely perfect. The arrow knights are there. They're going to be dealing damage. They want to go on these flaming arrows, which are honored now as well. We've got discipline Ashigaru, discipline Yumi. Needs to get those upgrades in. Boom! But it's just going to be too many flaming arrows to deal with. But I don't know. This was max pop really of stuff from Aztec here, and is he just going to be able to just beat the Japanese player down with just pure mass? Kynesie's almost aged up right now. What's coming in? Just more musketeers and more flaming arrows. He's just going for that musk flaming arrow build here. Is it going to be enough though? Oh, what a game this is. And there's Kynesie. Imagine if Kynesie pushed in right now with all those units once he gets those upgrades in. That would have been an insane fight for him. Still don't have this upgrade in yet. Definitely wants to get that as soon as possible, because that just sends his eco into overdrive. Honored Ashigaru coming in, so he's deciding to go for that instead. He is going for the push, so that's fine. These flaming arrows could be a bit of a problem. It's going to mean that he's going to have to build more arrow knights, Kynesie. 4 flaming arrows coming in. That's going to be delivered from the Daimo. Can also make units right now. Still only on double racks by the looks of it. Does have 1 castle. But look, his double barracks are still in his base, as is his stable. He needs to get a couple of barracks right here. I know he got sieged down a little while ago, but he needs to try and push the agenda, get in front of his face. And that's a nice big pop of Jaguar Pound from the big button for the TC. And again, his units just on top of each other. And look how vertical and bunched up all of these units are. Whilst look at Kynesie's mass, just all of these units spread is perfect. He's going to have such a good surface area to attack on. And that's exactly where Kynesie wants to be. And it's exactly where Shiki doesn't want to be. He's just forcing that by building just such a diverse amount of units. You know, having Coyote essentially cab dive in. It just encircles him really well. I think he needs cav. I think he needs cav right now. I mean, just musketeer and cav I think would be absolutely fine here. I love the little top hats that these guys get. Absolutely insane. Look at these guys. And look at this. Just really nice micro here. Just flanking from all directions. And there just isn't enough Ashigarus to stop this. I don't think it's the way versus Aztec. Oh, a big hit though against the Tontens. Daimo's there. I think he needs cav. There isn't a lot of anti-cav here, and just like a batch of like 10 cav, even 5 Naginatas would be really nice right now. He could make it from the Daimo as well. He's deciding not to. Shogun coming in as well now. Only has those 2 shipments in Age 4. Still hasn't shipped tempo reforms. Wow. Kynesie desperate for food right now, taking his villagers over here. But has he set up his infrastructure? He does. So he's got plenty of farms by the looks of it. Yep. All of these farms are in place. He's got walls protecting it. Trading post going down. The native trading post. Cheeky native post. House of Fanar going down for Shiki there. He is 4k score up in front. But it doesn't look like he's got a decent way of dealing with this mass. Yeah, they are very susceptible to raids right now. And this is exactly the type of the length of the game has gone on for, so what we have 30 minutes of the game. That is exactly when you want to start getting all the native trade posts down, when you get all the normal TPs down as well. You know, you can really, it's really efficient to pull that trigger, that trade monopoly trigger, because Kynesie is playing so defensive here and he's able to hold off with the defense, but it would be a whole different story if he tries to push up and try and play offense. And look at this, using both the Daimos here and the Tokugawa Shogun. Wow, melting that mass of Arianites. A really nice use of them. He's going to keep them alive as well, which is great. Ah, making some veteran boyas. Interesting. But I mean, he could just make Naginatas instead. Just make some Naginatas. Really low population as well. So perfect timing for Kynesie right now. Who is, I mean, 126 isn't bad. He's only on 67 villagers, though. Wow, he's really down in eco. He's got the military. It feels like he's just got the military advantage. He's got the champions are in. Yeah, champion techs are in. And the veteran bow is going to get absolutely wrecked very quickly. They're going to serve a purpose. And it looks like Kynesie's just completely ditched the Aranite production here to try and deal with the Flaming Arrows. And he decided to go full champion Coyote runners here. I mean, look how effective they've been so far. But diving against those Honored Ashigaru, just about to tear them. But it's just by the skin of his teeth again. Such a close game. Does feel like Shiki could go for the monopoly, trade monopoly here. What would he need to do? He needs to get this in-base native, get this trade post here. He could even get that one as well, and this native trade post, and he'd have a really good way of getting the monopoly through. It would certainly split Kynesie's mass to give him an opportunity to push in. So, yeah, I'm definitely a big... Anyone that's watching, you know, when you get to these late games, you know, it's easy, really easy to forget the trade monopoly, and but it's such a good way of like just forcing the agenda, forcing your opponent to make units they don't really want to make, having to force them out somewhere and siege stuff down. It's just so good to force that positioning that you want, that give you yourself the favorable positioning. And just as I was saying that he's not making any more Aranites, he's decided to make some more. Thanks, Kynesie, for making me look silly. Yeah, nice raid up here. He definitely saw that. 72 vils for Kynesie. So he's trying his best. He ran out of natural resources pretty much, though. So just forcing himself onto farms here. Really nice raid there by the Naginatas. They are only disciplined at the moment. That villager getting blasted, face blasted there. Look at him. Stunned. I mean, he's dead, but not even a twitch or a flinch. Only 7 warrior priests. He's not even on 10 warrior priests. And look at this again. Getting the good flank with the Coyote runners. This is such a good unit right now. He's trying to make these Yamabushis to deal with them as well, because these are such a really good pikemen. They're like Rodoleros, really. Slower Rodoleros. Look at that. 5 times multi, 3.5 multi versus shock infantry. And so it's a really effective way of dealing with these Coyote runners. But they're consulate units. Is it going to be enough, you know? Look at this. Once again, Kynesie, like, these are Tontins just so good. Like, in mass, they just do so much damage. Such a cheap unit as well. Very cost efficient. 69 villagers. Nice. We have to say it every time. We have to say it every time. I do feel like he wants to go heavy on these walls as well. Just go really defensive, build lots of walls. He should be doing offensive walls over here as well, really tightly packed in, and then start going for that Monopoly as well. I know it's a lot of resources to go for the Monopoly, but I feel like right now it's probably his... Like, how else is he going to break this? And Kynesie's catching up in score somehow. Shiki finally getting in tempo reforms. Finally getting in tempo reforms. But he needs more than two... He needs more than 2 barracks. He's literally just pumping from 2 barracks and 1 stable and 1 castle. It's not enough. You know, he needs 4, 5 barracks all around his base here, forward base here, just so we can try and take more map control. Gone Pavilion now getting in some of those. Yeah, really nice paper cartridge. Yeah, I think he's got a couple of others as well, maybe. That's going to help with these musketeers. Look at this. Hand attack now has an extra multiplier. 4.5 multiplier versus Cav and 3.38 versus shock infantry. So they're going to be doing a lot of damage to coyotes. Score still incredibly tight. What a game. What an absolute game. Kynesie's defensive ability is just insane. And he's a really strong late game player as well. So, you know, you never really want to be in a position like this versus Kynesie because he's such a good resourceful player. And yeah, Shiki definitely wants to solidify these walls. You know, if I was playing against Kynesie at this time, I would definitely be making way more walls than he's currently got. Because all it takes is a few pikemen and a few coyote runners to go raiding round up here. And he could be in some trouble. Shiki pushing in, but he's nowhere near max population space. Definitely feel like he wants to be if he pushes in. Still got another 40 or so population mass to make. Naginatas have been upgraded now. Getting some native upgrades as well. These are, you know, there's a couple of really good late game techs here. Evzoni might be worthwhile getting as well. These guys look pretty cheap. Look, 28 wood, 104 food. You know, veteran boyas would be good as well. As long as you've got a big chunk of mass of cavalry yourself, like Naginatas, adding boyas to it because they're essentially free population space would definitely be nice. Mixing in some Morutarus. They're basically bombards, like mini bombards. So that's interesting why he wants to do that. Maybe he wants to siege down these walls. And wow, but look at this mass. Look at this mass from Kynesie. I don't know if Japan can hold this. Look at it. My computer, my graphics card almost can't take it. Look at this mass right now. I mean, these units are just beautiful to look at. And yeah, look, he's just going to be backed up into a corner here, having to run away, essentially. And is Kynesie seriously going to be able to do this? Kynesie's actually 3K score in front right now. 90 villagers from Kynesie. How is he doing this? Some raiding going on here with some Yamabushis. He's actually going to be able to do this. It's looking good. He's got those Aranites in the back as well. 26 Aranites. And this is just so many different types of units. It's such a hell to micro, but it's a hell to micro against as well. And he's basically just going full musketeers into this, and he can't mass enough. He needs like a mass of 30, 40 cav right now. And look at this overpop from Kynesie. It's just so many units. Absolutely incredible. Ooh. How these guys can sling with those things on their back, I do not know, but these guys are like pretty much butt naked as well. What chads. Such chads. He's desperate now. Shiki's trying to make some Yumis, but look at Kynesie's food as well. Holy crap. Some raiding going on down the sides here. They're going to get caught by Kynesie by the looks of it. Yeah, just some pikemen to try and deal with them, but these are Tauntins, honestly. Look at this. 156 HP, 17 ranged attack, and 18 range. And they cost 40 food and 30 wood. So yeah, unbelievably cost-efficient unit. These Yumis they barely have any more HP. They have a decent much more damage, but they're so much more expensive. Look, yeah, 50 wood. Jeez. Oh, and there's the G. I just about the Sugar Shrine's about to go down. It's just GG. And wow, what an unbelievable game. Shiki, it looked good for him throughout the game. I thought he was going to win it. I just feel like he was making the wrong type of unit. And Kynesie, that's the power of Aztec as well, late game. They can make so many really good units, really cost-efficient units. Coyote runners have such good pathing as well. They're so good at flanks, so good at destroying artillery. And Musk Falk essentially just wasn't good enough. It just wasn't good enough. Let's take a look at the post-game. That was the power of the water boom. Yeah, more resources for Shiki. Probably getting in that reforms from the shrines as well. A little bit too late. Maybe raiding a little bit too late as well. Maybe should have got that monopoly a lot earlier. But yeah, I think just needed more cav. Just needed way, way more cav. But GG, look at that flaming arrow. Look at it, still on flames. Look at this streak of lightning behind it as well. Pretty cool, right? Pretty damn cool. Anyways, I think that's a perfect place to leave it. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. That was a cracker. Absolute cracker. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.